Let me start by saying this is the G-Force GFY-1, often referred to as the Go Fuck Yourself one. Now this is not my first bullpup shotgun, nor is it my first run around with these type shotguns. I have a Tokarev TBD, and I have a Century Arms. I don't even remember the name of that ginormous piece of shit, but that's beside the point. We're here to talk about this gun today. So I bought this gun, picked it up relatively cheap in a nearby gun show, and the owner said that it just wasn't functioning right. So originally when I got the gun home, I initially checked everything over, put 5 rounds through it behind the house, and found that the factory magazine was just trash. It had a rollover on like the edge of it, the bevel of it was rolled too far. So it ended up giving me an issue. So I went and bought a Tokarev USA magazine, which is a known good magazine, because I have a Tokarev shotgun that I've put probably 3,000 rounds through with no issue at this point. However, because of the tolerances in these shotguns, when they first come off of the floor, they tend to take a lot more to break in. Now, in this video, I'm running a Winchester 2 3/4 inch low brass birdshot, because if I can make it run birdshot flawless with just a little break-in, then we're good to go. Now, I think where most people mess up with these shotguns is they take them home, they clean them right out of the box. I think you need to leave the factory grease in it for a while till it gets through its break-in period. As you can see, I'm having a lot of jams here. So I moved the magazine, I beat it down, and I cycle the gun a whole bunch. You'll see me doing that a little later in the video. And you're just going to see me rack it just a bunch of times back and forth, and that's just me trying to break it in. The reason that I say you shouldn't clean it particularly boils down to when you are breaking something in, think of the gunpowder and the dirt and the metal specks in there as abrasive. Think of it like a valve grinding compound on a car. It just assists it in breaking in quicker. Now, I'm not saying leave it like that, but if you do it with like 200 to 300 rounds like that with the decent factory oil or grease that's in it, it tends to straighten the shotgun on up. So today I ran about 100 rounds through this. Before I got it, it probably had 50 or so rounds put through it if I had to guess, and they just couldn't get it to function right. Toward the end of the video, like I think around this part, I start getting, 4 to 5 functions out of it before a jam. And by the time we get to the end, you'll see what I'm talking about. But just running low brass, birdshot through it. A lot of semi-automatic shotguns don't like that. They recommend something more like this right here, because it won't even cycle, completely to eject the round without the magazine in it, which is diabolical. However, I'm fixing to show you guys the method I use. So stand it up. I rack it, a whole bunch. I've probably done this 200 times today. Once when it was cold before I ever shot it, threw out shooting it, and then after it got warm, I did it a whole bunch. I ended up using my index finger, my thumb, the inside of my thumb, and the magazine to cock it a whole bunch. But as you can see toward the end of this video, around 4 minutes and 10 seconds, it starts shooting full magazines with no problem, and it starts running decent. Now in a week, I'm going to upload another video similar to this one, where it's going to cover the same stuff, where I'm just going to go over it again. Hey, look, this is the 200 round break-in period, and we're running great, because I don't think it's going to fail anymore. I think that it's pretty much straightened out. And really what it boils down to is, give or take, the tolerances in the gun are not that great from the factory. Everything's super tight. Everything needs to be broke in. Like right here, ran a full magazine, no issues. This is the first one of many. So on this next magazine pull, I get it to where I finished off that target there, and I put up a new target. At that point, I can go ahead and safety needs to be worked on. And that right there is typically a good sign that we're getting decently broke in. I showed off the Tokarev 10 round magazine there. It was like $20, and it's so much better than the G-Force magazine that came with it. Any M1919 is going to run it. But for the rest of this video, for the remainder of, I think, the better part of 30 to 40 rounds, I have no more malfunctions. That's pretty much it. It's ready to go. A few things to add on top of that is, don't slam the magazine into it. We are in 2026, and there's no need for you to have to smack the bottom of your gun like it's fucking Vietnam in the 1980s. Like, it's crazy. Well, pretty much other than that break-in and just not slamming the magazine into it, that pretty much covers everything for these guns, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, especially if you stayed to the end. Think about subscribing, and honestly, you guys just have a great day. Be sure to check in a week for an update on this gun, and I may upload a video in between now and then just covering the extra stuff. You guys have a good one. I'm still recording, diabolical.